Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the latest immigration news. We have two big news that broke this week, one today around marijuana and one yesterday with regard to DACA. Let's go ahead and talk about what's happening. For those of you who are new to me, welcome to my channel. I'm Latoya McBean-Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with people all over nationwide and of course around the world on complex immigration matters. Reach out to us at McBean at McBeanLaw.com or at 516-866-3900 so that we can have an appointment with you and talk about your immigration matter. Also, guys, before you go today, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notice of these videos each week. So let's talk firstly about today. President Biden, guys, issued a statement, a proclamation declaring that he is going to grant a pardon for people, thousands of people who have been convicted of a simple possession of marijuana. And this is a very big deal because, as you guys know, a lot of people here in the United States have been convicted of this very thing, simple possession of marijuana. And so I want to take you into, well, who is this really going to help? And does this have anything to do with immigration? Can it help immigrants as well? And so I'm going to firstly read a section of the pardon that he issued, the proclamation that he issued today, whereby he says that he hereby grants a full, complete, and unconditional pardon to all current United States citizens and lawful permanent residents, who committed the offense of simple possession of marijuana in violation of the Controlled Substances Act, and all current United States citizens and LPRs, lawful permanent residents, who have been convicted of the offense of simple possession of marijuana in violation of the Controlled Substances Act. And it specifically says here, guys, that this pardon does not apply to individuals who were non-citizens, not lawfully present in the United States at the time of their offense. So there you have it. This pardon that is in the news today will not help non-citizens, non-citizens. Of course, a non-citizen can also be considered a green card holder, lawful permanent resident. But as you guys understand from this proclamation, that if you're undocumented or if you're here in the United States and you're without lawful status, this will not help you. And to be honest, guys, even green card holders, right? Who can this really help from an immigration standpoint? And so one way that it could help some people is LPRs who are seeking to naturalize. They are, if there's a simple possession of marijuana and maybe some other things on the record, obviously that leads to a great deal of scrutiny for naturalization purposes and a character issue as well. So maybe within the context of naturalization, this could help some LPRs, but for the most part, this is not a big deal for a lot of people who are here in the United States, undocumented, or you're going through a filing process and you have this on your record and you need a waiver, guys. A waiver is available for simple possession of marijuana, and that is the only drug-related waiver that is available with immigration. If you need that, yet you don't have a relative for the waiver, yes, no, I should say no, it won't even help. It won't help those individuals either. So anyway, this is slated to help about 6,500 people who have been pardoned, who will be pardoned, as well as thousands of folks in Washington, D.C. as well, who were also convicted of simple possession of marijuana between 1992 and 2002. And President Biden is also urging governors to do something similar, because actually there are more people on the state level, state law, drug offenses than on the federal side of things. And so, but what Biden has done today only impacts those who have the federal simple possession of marijuana offense, not the state one. All right. So that's the news with regard to marijuana. Now let's talk about DACA, guys. DACA, as you guys know, I've been updating you from time to time about DACA, and I mentioned last time that a 3-judge panel on the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals was examining the legality of DACA. They were looking at what happened in Texas to determine whether DACA should stick around, whether it's illegal or not. And yesterday, they concluded basically status quo. Nothing has really changed. They concluded that this program can remain intact. They sided with Texas on the side that it's illegal, but they refused to go a step further and say that the program should be terminated and shut down right now. They didn't do anything like that. They basically sent it back to Texas, the issue back to Texas for the judge in Texas to consider their decision in light of the regulations that the Biden administration recently finalized. And those regulations around DACA are going to go into effect on October 31st of this year. And so the ruling yesterday basically says to the judge in Texas, we need you to take a look at this whole issue again in light of the new federal regulations that the Biden administration has finalized. And so that's the story. So the status quo with DACA is this, that if you already have DACA, you can renew your status. But if you do not have DACA, the government is not allowing new applications to be filed. And of course, the Biden administration, as I mentioned before this came out, I mentioned this a few months ago in a video about, well, how, what's going to happen with DACA and how you should be proactive in light of all of the changes that are happening with this program. In that video, I mentioned that one of the things that I think the administration will do is create something kind of similar. They have to find a way to transition all these people, can't just drop all of these people off this really important program. So the Biden administration is now talking about creating something additional in the event DACA goes away. And then they're, of course, punting at the same time, punting to Congress, saying, oh, you guys need to act, you need to act, you need to act. And so nothing has happened on Capitol Hill that is worth talking about in this video quite yet around DACA. So guys, that's the current state of affairs with DACA. Status quo remains. It's back in the jurisdiction of Texas for them to look at. And if anything changes with respect to DACA, I will be sure to let you guys know. Share this video with other people. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.